Welcome to the second episode of my work from home series, where I purchased most of the essential equipment to get started working from home with a limited budget in mind. In this episode, we will focus on something that we rarely see when we are working, but it's an essential piece of puzzle that makes everything works. And as you can see from the video title, yes, it's just a wall extension. But is it really just a simple wall extension? Let's find out. There are hundreds, if not thousands types of brand of wall extension available in the market, and choosing one is not an easy task. But you may ask, why this specifically? Good question. And here's why. Aesthetic. Surprise? The logical answer might be things like number of plug, voltage, and so on. But if those are the first thing you're looking at, then you might take a while, and I mean quite a while, to decide on which wall extension you'll be buying. The reason to first focus on aesthetic or outlook is because it will help you to significantly narrow down your choice. Even though this wall extension will get chucked behind your computer or even under your table, but details matter. If the only thing matter to you is price, then just sort Shopee or Lazada by price, and bam! Your choice of wall extension will be the first few options. But other than that, I would suggest going for aesthetic. And if you need more plug or USB, there's a high chance that the design you choose has a larger version. And that's how I land on this version specifically. Since this wall extension will sit on my table, getting a nice looking option helps a lot with that setup. Something to keep in mind too. Now let's get into the product itself. Finally. And here are some specifications. Covering the majority of the surface of the extension is 3 universal power sockets, which in my experience, you might need to put a bit more strength in order to plug into the socket, but rest assured, it's normal. Other than that, it also has 3 18W USB quick charge 3.0 port for smartphone or tablet charging needs. I know that just 18W is a bit on the low side compared to others up to 100W. But if you're working from home, you are not moving anyway, and 18W will just hit a sweet spot between charging speed and degrading battery because of fast charging speed. And yeah, there is also a 20W USB-C power delivery 3.0 port if you're using a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. I will put other technical specifications here so that you can have a quick glance on it. But as a general consumer, I don't think this detailed specification matter to you much, as long as it looks good and has the socket you need. Looking around the extension itself, it's made of a fireproof PC material which gives the user a peace of mind that it won't catch on fire randomly. But beware, don't actually put an extension on top of another extension. If you want more socket, just get a larger version of it that actually support it. The build quality of this extension is great and it actually looks good. And if there's one thing I need to nitpick from, it's the power button itself. The feeling when I get pressing down the button feel a bit on the cheap side, but it's just a small nitpick I can find. There's not much else to talk about wall extension. I just found that this size of the extension fit on my table perfectly, and it has the exact amount of socket that I need. So, I brought it home. Other than that, able to use the included USB plug to charge my phone at a steady rate using only the USB cable is also a plus. And that's it. If there is one thing I would like you guys to take away from this video, is that the way on how you can approach in choosing the wall extension you actually want. And stay tuned for my next episode of our Work From Home series. That's it. Thanks for watching. Ciao.